lucha, 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 lucha.
Welcome to the Underground Lucha Experience with Bob and John. I'm Bob. John.
Lucha, lucha, lucha,
He can't contain himself.
lucha. Oh man, I'm so excited, guys! I'm so excited for this one. This is John's guilty pleasure, Lucha Underground. Woo!
Yeah. Well, welcome to the first episode of the Underground Lucha Experience. John has been bugging me on the Indie Wrestling Experience, the main pod, to get into the Lucha Underground that I kind of started a few years ago and never really got all the way through. And he's been telling me about it for weeks. You've heard him on our other podcast talk about it frequently. So here we are. This is our first episode. We're gonna rewatch all of Lucha Underground. Hopefully, by the time this is finished, we're gonna start today with a double episode to get our feet wet, to get really rolling here with a double episode of episodes 1 and 2, seasons 1 and 2. John sent me a really cool link to watch these because I was going to have us watch these on Cineverse with commercials. But John found some really cool links so that we don't have to do that. If you check out the Indie Wrestling Experience link tree, the Lucha rewatch links are right there for you. Otherwise, I think, what is it called, John? The Internet Archive?
InternetArchive.org, I believe.
Yeah, if you go to internetarchive.org and search Lucha Underground, it'll pop up that way as well. But I'm super excited, John. So first, before we do this, before we hit, before we hit record, you were going off, man, and it was just this passion about Lucha Underground that is unmatched. So why don't you set the stage? Set the stage of Lucha Underground before we even talk about episode 1.
All right, so Lucha Underground, when it came out, it absolutely blew my mind. I obviously knew what Lucha was, but hadn't really experienced much of it. And I'm sure you would have Lucha purists that'll tell you that Lucha Underground is not true Lucha, but it's definitely this hybrid thing. We had this at the time, 2014. I mean, it's hard to believe 11 years ago. Everybody still had cable. Nobody's really doing the streaming thing, en masse yet. There's this little network that starts up, El Rey. It's a lot of really cool content, old movies, old westerns, old karate flicks, things from the 80s, that B movies that we would have watched. The big connection to it was the director Robert Rodriguez, famous for a lot of Quentin Tarantino-esque type movies. And lo and behold, I hear they're going to start this little wrestling program. It's called Lucha Underground, and so I figured, well, let me tune in, let me check out what this is about. And first episode, man, I was absolutely hooked. When you watch it today, if you've never seen it, I guarantee you've never seen a wrestling show like this. It's not a show that we're watching, an NWA, a WWE, a AEW, even an independent show. It's nothing like that. It is a telenovela that happens to have wrestling interspersed into the stories.
It's true.
And the vignettes are better than anything you've ever seen any wrestling show do. Cinematic wise, you can tell that this is Hollywood type people. I mean, the guy, I believe it was Mark Burnett or Matt Burnett or whatever, the guy, produced all the Survivor stuff, the Amazing Race stuff. That kind of reality TV is behind it. A guy by the name, I believe it's Alex Van Wagenen, from a little show, Bob and I definitely know, Wrestling Society X was kind of a weird underground early version of this on MTV back in the day. And then, of course, Robert Rodriguez, cinematically, I don't know that he necessarily, and I'm not saying that he necessarily produced or filmed any of this, but the level of, I'm sure, talent that he brought in to do this, um, it just set this company apart, and the things they did are crazy. They filmed it in a way that made it feel like Fight Club, right? It was the underground temple. Come one, come all. If you're a tough guy, come in and test your metal. Um, Man, I just can't wait to get into it, Bob.
No, I'm looking forward to it as well. And like I said, we watched the first couple of episodes here, and we're gonna watch some more. And I love the temple. I'm a huge fan of the temple. And one minor thing that I constantly bring up, which is lighting. The really cool part that jumps out at me about this underground dark underground fighting temple is that the ring is so well lit. It's
Yep.
dark, but the ring is bright. Duh. Like how hard like it pops on screen so much. Like it's exactly what
Yes.
I've all like I don't understand all this dry ice and all this black and white under black lights and all this kind of shit. Like this looks great. And you're right. I mean, it's telenovela with wrestling is really a great way to put it. I mean, it's very story driven. I mean, the episodes tie together. The things that happen in the matches, they're followed up on. And again, like I said, I'm only a few episodes in for purposes of this rewatch. And John is my Lucha Underground expert. I've not seen. I think there's about 140 or 150 episodes of Lucha Underground. I think I might have
Yep.
seen
Four
10.
seasons. Yep.
Yeah, I might have
Yep.
seen 10
Four
of them.
four full seasons.
Yeah, so you're gonna pretty much, and the 10 that I've seen are these first 10, and I watched them so long ago that you're gonna have to lead me through them again anyway. So, John is our Lucha Underground expert. He's gonna tell us what we're seeing here, and I am just ready to. I'm ready to hit play. You ready to hit play? All right, John, you ready to hit record?
Let's
All right,
do
everybody, hit
this.
record. We will go now. Listen, because we're doing the first two episodes. Um, I did this earlier. Episode one is going to roll right into episode two. I'll make a note of it where we are time wise so people can follow along, I guess. But that should be. Other than that, let's go. Ready? One,
Uh,
two, three, play. All right. Now listen. So I'm watching this intro. Well,
Right?
and I'm like, I remember watching this the first time going, what show is this? Like, I don't even, didn't I turn on wrestling? I was like, I had no idea what was happening, but I was like, so intrigued.
Say again, you get this great cinematic fight scene going on, right?
Right.
You got a bunch of thugs, you got a hero in a mask, you got like, man, what is going on right now? And you're instantly like, okay, I'm in. What am I
Yeah.
watching here? I mean, what red-blooded American male is not watching this going, there's a fight on TV. I'm in.
Hell yeah, man. Remember when you said Intergender Bonanza was like a comic book? Like that's how this feels. There's a big feel to this
Yes.
here too. Like you said with
Yes.
they're like superheroes. Like Academia.
Yep. You kind
Right?
of
I mean
like Eric Academia. Yeah, you kind of get this, kind of explanation as to the Aztec warriors and the heritage, and they
I,
do a good job of setting the scene here.
let me tell you something. I loved that. Um and not only that, but like if there's one thing, there's people who say things about, some people are AEW fans or WWE fans and they say different things about different companies. One thing you could say about WWE is they put together great packages that tell a story for you. If you turn on WrestleMania and you haven't watched wrestling all year, the packages will mostly catch you up. I have never felt like that about any other wrestling company ever, and this is as close as it gets. These wrestling packages actually make sense and they tell us the story of what's going on. Like they just set the history of Lucha Underground, and they're going to do it again when Conan tells the stories here in a minute, I think.
Yes.
And so I learned, right? Like, so I
So,
don't know much about Lucha either. I'm learning with them.
right. So what you're seeing right here is this guy Dario Cueto is the quote unquote, owner of the Lucha Underground. So he showed up at the Triple Mania, which is, that's what Triple A's WrestleMania, right?
Hmm.
Shows up, dumps $100,000 in the ring, and says, "Hey, listen, you guys are luchadors. You got this big show, but I'll tell you what. Come see what I've got. Here's $100,000 if anybody's got the stones to come to the temple." So he basically called out everybody in lucha, and that's kind of the background of it, right? The overarching theme is just this underground fight club. You think you're bad, come in, just show us what you got, and that's kind of what we get. You start off, shows you the executive producers, Robert Rodriguez,
Yeah.
Mark Burnett, Eric Van Wagenen. I was talking about those guys earlier.
Yeah, it's like a primetime TV show the way it
And
starts.
absolutely, and come on, man, you've got a live band going. I mean, they got a live mariachi band going, and that band is sick. They're so good. They got Melissa Santos as a ring announcer, one of the better ring announcers that we've had over the last 10, 15 years. You know, look at the announce team, man. Come on, we're getting ready to get Matt Stryker, Vampiro.
Hmm. I'm
I
here for
mean,
this.
you know, it's it's just unbelievable the amount of talent that they got, and the fact that these are guys that kind of bounced around everywhere, right? That never really found a place to stick long term, and they fit this so well. It was such to me personally, it was such a shame that this ended after 4 seasons. It probably ran its course. A lot of these guys, and as we go through these, it kind of becomes apparent why it kind of went away after 4 seasons is that I think a lot of the big companies started getting these guys and snapping them up. And again, as we go through and some of the names you'll see, even if you don't recognize the names that they're going by in Lucha Underground, Bob and I will, talk about who they are now. And 90% of these guys are on big name rosters right this second. So, I hope everybody enjoys this as much as I do. So I'm ready to
So,
get into this.
so as we're sitting here looking at Dario in the ring here, with the briefcase, he's announcing this $100,000 challenge, and so I want to go back to the AAA thing.
Hmm
Is Trip? I don't know anything about this. Was AAA involved in Lucha Underground somehow, or did he just come in to promote that
I'm
spot?
not. I'm not 100%. I don't know that the AAA. At least the owners maybe had a stake in it. Maybe kind of footed some of the bill. I don't know. Or if they just kind of did a solid by Robert Rodriguez and his production company, and hey, we'll give you a platform to kind of start this show out and maybe bring, I'm sure there's a lot of these guys that were AAA guys that maybe had a different name, different mask, wrestled, brought them in. I'm sure there was some sort of collaboration. You don't just let a guy walk onto your WrestleMania show and dump 100 grand in the ring and say, "Hey,
Right.
let's go, everybody." So I'm sure that they had some, and we could definitely, I will definitely look into it and have a better answer for you, everybody, next time. But yeah, this show is just it's bonkers. It's just Dario starting off. I mean, look how hot that crowd is. Like you said, with it being a smaller kind of studio set kind of spot, you really can control the amount of hype it seems like you're getting. You can definitely make it more than what it really may have been. But they did such a good job of the way they frame all the shots, the
Hmm.
way they have the guys come in through the crowd. There is no interest ramps. There are no big to dos. There's no Titantrons. There's just a fighter coming in, just like a big time fight, man. They just kind of come from the back and in we go. Uh,
And here we see
Here we
Blue
got
Demon coming in
the first
now.
match. Blue Demon Jr. I mean, I think anybody that's a wrestling fan has heard the name Blue Demon. We definitely have heard of this second guy.
Here comes Chavito, Chavo Guerrero. I was happy to see Chavo here. This seems like the perfect place where he should have shown up in the first episode. So
Chavo coming in. Chavo doing Chavo, man. repping the Guerrero name. I great as far as you're going to start a lucha based promotion. Man, you got to have a Guerrero involved, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's lucha history. I mean, his family is lucha, so as is Blue Demon. Blue Demon, his family goes back. I mean, you get a lot of those old '60s, '70s movies that a lot of the luchadors did, the
Right.
Spanish movies down in Mexico. So,
Yeah.
here we go, a little sportsmanship.
With what was I gonna say about so this $100,000 thing, and that I don't call them spoilers because show's 11 years old, but at the same time I don't think we're gonna just preview things that are coming. We're gonna kind of let them happen spoiler free. And with that said, this $100,000, is that just the gimmick for night one? Is that going away after this, or is it coming to play again?
Yeah, it just kind of goes. It's kind of to get everybody in the building. It really doesn't have much overarching uh meaning to the show. But as we go through, it'll kind of give you the reason as to what it's for, and who ends up with the money.
Right, right. Absolutely. I love this.
So nice kip up, yeah.
You know what? And as we go through this, these matches they're going to go pretty quickly, and it reminded me of when we watched WoW on the
Yes,
main pod. Like the matches run through quickly, but it's a TV showcase, man. This isn't Dynamite. You know what I mean?
exactly,
This is a television show. Like you said, it's a telenovela about
exactly.
wrestling. So we're not doing 30-minute Iron Man matches or whatever. So well, certainly not from the jump. I don't know what's coming, but.
Oh, Bob, what's coming? Goodness, nothing but goodness.
He's doing his Mr. Burns fingers now, man.
That's right, Mr. Burns fingers. It's this is my love for Lucha Underground is ridiculous.
hmm This is awesome.
But
Uh,
it is everything you love about wrestling. It's the camp, it's the athleticism, it's the stories, it's the absurdity. It's all here, and it's just great. And these guys are at their full power, man. These performers are just, you can tell they really liked doing something different. And this really, I think, let a lot of the performers' creativity go in ways that they probably have never had before.
hmm
Um, and it was really, really fun to see.
Yeah.
You can just tell they're having fun.
Yeah,
No other way to put it.
a lot of these things you can't do in a large commercial company. You know what I mean? Like
No,
you
absolutely
can't, like
not.
you said, you can't not brand your wrestlers with Titantrons. You can't not, do all these things that with sponsors and things like that. This is pure right here. This is before anything gets and like you said, eventually we're going to see that this thing's going to get torn apart by the big commercial companies. And
Yes.
then my understanding is that led to contract issues where they were trying to lock these guys down to illegal contracts
Yep.
that were so long and so tough to get out of they couldn't leave, and then that screwed them over the other way.
Yep. And then I think, correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, as we see, Chavo with a good takedown.
hmm
Um, I think did they not try to kind of revive a little bit of the feel of the Lucha Underground with MLW? Because I believe I
Yeah.
remember seeing Dario Cueto kind of come out as a character on MLW,
Yeah, the Azteca
and
Lucha.
obviously Azteca Lucha, that's what it was, and it just never really. It's hard to recapture something once it's kind of run its course, and was a little bit of that by the end of Lucha Underground. It was sad to see. You could see it coming. Like you said, these guys started taking the bigger offers. Um, they started doing some things that, like you said, kind of irked the talent, I think. But yeah, man, it was when it was happening, it was absolute magic. Um,
And I'm not
it just a lot of that NWO WCW kind of feel to it, right?
yeah,
That
grungy.
magic.
Yeah.
It was a time capsule, right? It was a brief period of time that was just such magic for some of us wrestling geeks, right?
Right.
This for me was the first that I had that feel since that Monday Night War. You know what I mean? So for me, this was just pure, unadulterated wrestling love.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and and when they tried to do it at MLW, it was like it was just too many things going on at once. It was like MLW's got a 1 hour show, and then they're doing Azteca Lucha for a third of it. They got Tajiri doing strong style on a third of it, and
Ooh,
then they got there it is, one, two, nope. Uh,
nice.
and then they're doing their regular cat show
Well, it
20 minutes. It was just too much
it
stuff in
was a
one
lot like
bag.
well, it was a lot like a good way to say about it is everybody remembers when WWE brought and he taps him Chavo. Oh,
Now this is going to lead somewhere
that
that I
can't be
this
good for
is
the Guerrero name. Absolutely, it's going
yeah,
to.
it's going to lead somewhere
Every
that it's
everything in
so good.
lucha leads somewhere. But I mean, come on, two of the historic names in lucha, right? Blue Demon Jr., but obviously Blue Demon and the Guerrero family. Um, it's lucha royalty.
Right.
So here we go, a cutscene, and who do we have?
Conan, the man.
Conan.
So these two are talking about Puma coming in.
Right, right. Conan's got a guy. He hears there's $100,000, right? You're looking for guys. I mean, look, we know Conan's all about his bag, as our friend D-Get Bundles would say.
That's right. Yeah. Conan's got a guy, man, and he sure as shit does have a guy, man. We're gonna get to him. We're gonna get to Puma in a little while. But I just love Conan being on here, man. Conan just lays things out. He's I mean, he certainly gives credit to anything, any lucha product he puts his name on. But just him as a character
Absolutely, he
here,
does.
he's positioned
Well,
well.
and I mean, Conan is absolute legend, man. And at this point, I mean, you can see, at this point he's already with the K. Now this was 11 years ago. We're still seeing Conan kind of in and around some things. We've seen him with the AAA stuff going on with WWE right now. At this point, even in 2014, he's physically, obviously not at his best. You and I grew up with Conan. Conan was an absolute monster, a beast.
Hmm.
At this point, he's not physically imposing, but tell me there's still not a menacing factor
Oh
about this
yeah.
man. Even just in the way he talks, man, he is so
Mhm.
forceful, right? He, man, he another guy that we always talk about this. There are certain guys that just get this stuff. Conan was always that guy.
Yeah.
He just got what was going on, the minutia of it, and absolutely phenomenal.
No, he is, and it's it's hard to explain, but yeah, but Conan is just he gets it, and he helps other people get it. That's the thing is he's making the audience. He's going to help the audience. That's where I'm going. He's helping the audience get Prince Puma here in a minute, and
Okay, who do we see here? We've got
holy
sorry guys,
shit.
another vignette, and who pops in? Johnny Monday Night, Johnny Mundo, John Morrison, whatever we're calling him. In Lucha, he is Johnny Mundo.
Johnny TV, Johnny Impact, Johnny. I mean,
And
geez, oh flip, man, that guy.
and
But this is great stuff
and
here, man. It's crazy, like how long ago this was, 11 years ago. But to see Morrison still in sort of the prime of his
dude, he is.
life.
It is ridiculous. Here we're getting a little vignette. We got Conan kind of looking after his new project in Puma.
Hmm. They're billing
Prince
Puma
Puma,
as
for those
this.
of you that
Go
yeah,
ahead.
that don't know, this Puma ends up being their guy. Puma kind of is at least for the first couple seasons here, is the focal point. And the things that Puma did when I first saw this in 2014 just absolutely blew my mind. Puma didn't do any talking, at least not much. Conan was kind of his mouthpiece. Um, but the moves he did were as Bob was saying, it's comic book stuff. I had not seen it. At this point, I was just 2014. I was kind of getting back into wrestling after this was one of my hiatuses, um, and so I really
Look
had
at that.
had left
Jeez.
wrestling. Let's say 2010, 2011, probably even a little before that. And I was never much of an indie guy before that. I was always the big name, companies. So I had no idea who Puma was. It wasn't until later you kind
Mm-hmm.
of find out who he is because it wasn't long after Lucha Underground. Man, was some matches with a guy named Osprey that this Prince Puma character had that made everybody take notice, and of course we're talking about Ricochet.
Yeah,
This
man.
is early young Ricochet. This was my first introduction to Ricochet, and the stuff this guy does, everybody, there's a reason, Ricochet was the man. Um, it after watching this really kind of made me understand man, WWE really watered him down.
Yeah, they
They
did.
watered him down to get him NXT. So excited to see him get in NXT. Okay, NXT is where they're going to let these guys be, and they did for a portion, right? He did a lot of his Ricochet stuff, but man, once he got to the main roster, uh, man, there's a great match. I came across, going back into my archive stuff, Bob. There was a Ricochet X Pac or
Oh yeah,
Pac
right. Yeah.
Neville, whatever we want to call him, Executioner.
Right.
Oh my God, it was poetry, absolute poetry.
Wasn't it though, man? Oh, now we got
Here
something coming
we
down here.
okay, yeah. So here we've got Son of Havoc. Son of Havoc is a guy that is here throughout pretty much the full run of Lucha Underground, and this is Sexy Star. So
Now, Sexy Star is
two
the one
very
we non-lucha fans know
Sexy
because of the
Stars.
incident.
The incident. So we obviously uh, in the news lately has been the Raja Jackson stuff, right? An MMA guy kind of going in and taking liberties. And everybody is super, super up in arms. There was the incident with Sexy Star. That's where, like you said, most of us know that name, um, from her incident with, I believe it was Rosemary, right?
Yep.
Where she kind of, they worked themselves into a shoot on that, and she legit, I don't remember, did she legit break her arm, or she definitely tore up her elbow? I know that with
Yeah, I don't think
an
she broke
arm
it, but yeah.
lock or,
Yep.
um, and she's pretty much been banned since. I know she has done, competed in some MMA stuff, MMA fights here and there, but I don't think I think she pretty much got blackballed from the pro wrestling, which is terrible because once you guys watch her work, wow, um,
And here we are. Look, and
where
speaking of
she
which,
could have been, and
we're doing a vignette
yeah,
on her right now too. We're learning about her. And again, I don't mean to interrupt you, but this is where
yep.
like I'm learning about all of these characters so well. Like I know all of them by the time these little vignettes are done.
Yep, and like I said, she is. You talk about kind of the hybrid. This is where a lot of the women now got a lot of stuff from is from these ladies that were going at this time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she was already known at this point for kind of intergender wrestling in AAA, from what I understand. And dude, she gets in here with these guys, and this match right here is going to be a great introduction for you because Son of Havoc, Matt Capiccione, I believe we've talked about him on some of ours. We've seen him on some things. Um,
I think you mean Matt Cross.
has been around for forever. Matt Cross, well, yes, 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 Matt Cross, um, is absolutely phenomenal. And you know what? They treat each other as equals in here,
Uh-huh.
and you're getting ready to see. And this was before there were a lot of the intergenders kind of popping up.
Right.
So this at the time was kind of groundbreaking,
Yeah.
right? Especially to be on a syndicated TV show.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, and I'm just digging Matt Cross with this beard, man. Oh, I'm loving this beard. That shit is
yeah,
crazy.
Son of Havoc is no joke. Son of Havoc is as hard hitting as they come.
Really.
And like I said, Sexy Star can absolutely hang and go.
Mm-hmm. And she looks like $1 million, man. I mean, just like look at that. I mean, her six pack. She's in great shape.
Yeah, she's no joke. She's a legitimate MMA fighter,
Yeah.
turned wrestler, and yeah,
Yeah, like you said, they're going
like I
brutal right
said,
off the
they
jump
don't
here.
hold back.
Just brawling. And he's just throwing her by the throat.
Yep, Yeah, Matt Cross is not known for pulling his punches. That's for sure.
No, that's definitely true. M Dog. Oh, see, look at that. I like
Oof.
that. Even though he missed it. Boom, Rana.
But
I
look
like.
at the snap on that. I
uh,
just
oh yeah,
just brutal.
yeah. This is
Brutal.
dude. I know I said it before, but I'm gonna go back to it one more time. The TV production here. It's
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. Okay, we know it's great, but it's
But just
making me want to
like you
stay
said,
here and keep watching this is what it's doing. It's like it attracts my eyes. It is aesthetically pleasing the way they have
well,
created this visual with the camera work, and it's something that makes me
well,
want
the
to stay and
camera
watch
work
wrestling.
is so slick because there's no missed opportunity, right? Because these cameras, they're not cutting from one to two, one to two. These cameras are all running all the time, and this is
Yep.
all done in post production, right?
Right, right.
So we're getting a film show that is just, I mean, it's just phenomenal. I mean,
Yep.
that backbreaker, oof.
Yep. And look, you want to talk people into the building, or you want to, we talk about wrestling in the 80s as basically being an infomercial for the house shows, right?
I
Boom,
mean,
and that
look,
match is over.
uh, it's over. But look how he won. He had to he pulled the tights.
Right.
Come on. So now you're setting it up for okay. Well, he felt the need to pull the tights. There's a reason he felt the need to pull the tights. So that's another one. Like you said, you're setting up. That's not over. That we're gonna see more of Sexy Star, Son of Havoc.
Right.
All
Right,
right.
but what
Now
I
we're
was saying a
talking
second
up.
ago, what I was
Yep.
saying a
Yep.
second ago
Go
was about
ahead.
the 80s is it was an infomercial for the house shows. And this I think is the only
Yes.
way you could do that nowadays because you're not going to get the cinematic version when you go to the house show, right? But this is
No.
drawing
No. Not at
me in to
all.
make me want to go to the house shows because the house shows are going to be
See.
totally now there weren't ever house shows, but you see what I'm saying? But you could
Right.
this is a vehicle you could use, a company could use nowadays with this tool. But anyway,
Right. So
we're at a
here we
pivotal
go. Look
point.
at look.
Yep.
Right. So now we've got Chavo's lost. Right. So Chavo's now dejected. He's in the back, and Dario's like, "Listen, you effed it up, man. What would your father think? What would your Uncle Eddie think? What he is just berating, which is in storyline what you would expect, right? Hey, I brought you in here to make a statement. What did you do? And
Tapped out
even
like a punk.
just you tapped exactly. But even we talk about the cinematic qualities of this. Just look at the way they're cutting back and forth
Yeah.
between the focus of the camera. Look at Chavo doesn't come across as a wrestler in the back. This comes across as a shot TV or movie scene, right?
Yes.
They get so much out of it. These guys are 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 really good actors when given the right chance to do that. I mean, Chavo for this is perfect. Look at him. Does he not? I mean, I can
Yeah,
look at
you can
him and
feel it.
I can feel it. I can feel that he is disgusted with himself. That he let himself down. He let his family down, and now he's pissed.
It's funny. You made a
Right?
comment a
And
second ago. Oh,
Dario's
go ahead.
digging it.
Yes. Oh,
No,
he
and
is too.
Dario's just digging into it. Right? Just putting his thumbs to it.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. We're going for the main event. Mundo.
Look at this guy. Does that not look like? I mean, just a movie poster. Look at it. Look at this. Look, they got the wind blow. Look at his hair.
Yeah.
Look at that. Come on, man. I
I didn't
mean,
even notice
God
the hair
dang it,
before.
dude. Morrison is put together like nobody's business, man. And this is a guy that has kept himself in this kind of shape for what, close to freaking 20 years at this point.
Yep. Every
I,
bit.
I mean, Morrison is phenomenal. He is
Hmm.
absolutely phenomenal. I love the fact that he this is his character. He's sticking to it. No matter where he goes, he tweaks the name. He tweaks the look.
It's good. I love that stuff. Is so
Uh,
great. It's those little things.
He is just he is, but he is. You get John Morrison, you know what you're getting. I don't care where he shows up. I know what I'm getting. Right. And Puma coming in looking like $1 million. Like I said,
Yeah. And
this
he's
gimmick
another one.
was perfect for Lucha Underground. Absolutely.
He's another one we talked about a few weeks ago. On the indie pod, we were talking about um maybe it was more than a few weeks ago now. I don't know, but we were talking about someone that reminded us of a young Will Ospreay. How Will Ospreay was real
Yes.
thin and wiry, and then he kind of bulked up. But Ricochet's thin and wiry here too. You don't think about. I mean, he hasn't pumped up like Will Ospreay did, but he's definitely
No.
not. He's not. He doesn't look like this
He's
anymore.
he,
Ricochet doesn't.
he's no, he's definitely thicker now for sure. But this he after I had gone back and kind of once I became, smartened up to who Ricochet was and what he was about. And oh shoot, that's Prince Puma, and kind of go back and find some stuff a little bit before this. He really got in another level of shape to get onto this show. I mean, he put on a lot of muscle mass. If you see some of the stuff even earlier than this,
Uh huh.
for this, but yeah, where he's at now, yeah, you're right. He is just, whether that's kind of growing into his adult body. Ricochet's got to be in his mid 30s now. Um, he's filled out. He's thick. He's no joke about it. But yeah, Morrison at this point, this is peak Morrison, man.
Yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
mean, just looking like $1 million. And this match, I mean, look, come on,
Mm-hmm.
it's Lucha Underground, man. It's Lucha, so it's spot heavy, which, given the right circumstances, it is awesome for a match. And this
Mm-hmm.
one, this is the spot for it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Without question. And that's the thing, man. I've never understood. Too many American fans are just like, "Oh, this is a spot fest." Well, I mean, Lucha's
Yep.
built on spot fest. I mean, it's superheroes doing superhero things. Like it's not like it's
So
it's
what
this unheard of.
I want to point out on this one too, Bob. If you look at the crowd now, right? So this is our first episode. So you can tell, the crowd is, they're doing a good job of cutting away from empty spots, right?
Yes. Uh huh.
But you can see they're even for a small venue, a small set, whatever we want to call it, they're not anywhere near capacity, right?
Right.
There's definitely a lot of empty spots. Talk to me by the end of the season and tell me what you see in the crowd, because word gets out, and especially once you get to that second season, dude, this was a standing room only event.
That's awesome.
This caught on in the area that they put it on in. It's billed from Boyle Heights. I don't know if that's where it was at. I mean, I'm sure it probably wasn't. I'd have to look into seeing where they actually filmed at. Um, but it reminds me a lot of when WCW was where they were run out of Universal. Remember that
Yeah.
back in the
Oh yeah.
day,
Uh huh.
where they'd have the crowds cycle through. That's how we kept a fresh crowd, right? We had them coming through on the tours, and I don't know if it was necessarily like that, but this became a place to be. Man, there were
Yeah.
people, clamoring to get in here, and it was electric, absolutely electric.
Do you know anything? Professional podcaster probably wouldn't put you on the spot, but wait till you researched it. But I don't care. Do you know anything about how Lucha Underground used to tape? You know what I mean? Like we do. Like I was just at Impact. TNA Impact. They're doing 2 weeks at a time. The last time I was at
I know what
Impact,
you
they
mean.
did they
No,
did, they did a weekend where they did two and two, and they filmed a whole month. Like, do you know how Lucha Underground structured it? Like WoW does like almost a
I,
year of
I,
TV at once.
yeah, I don't know how they structured it. I mean, I'm sure that it was more, because I mean, the way, especially with the cinematics, you're only getting, two, maybe three matches an episode, right?
Right.
Um, so you got to imagine that for these house shows, they were probably filming, a couple weeks worth of actual matches, because obviously they're post production. The matches are being cut into the footage, or vice versa. How I don't
Wow.
pretend to know Hollywood. God dang, he is so athletic, man.
It's awesome. Anyway.
My lord,
Oh, here you go. Wait, nope, he's not
dude,
done. I love
I
this
mean,
John
just look at
Morrison.
you could, but look how much you just look at his face. You could see how much fun he's having, dude.
Hmm.
You and I have seen a lot of John Morrison in a lot of places where he's not been happy towards the end of runs, and you could tell. I mean, he's not a guy that can hide his emotions in his face very well.
No,
He is having so much fun here; it's ridiculous.
I am now though figuring out how John Morrison ended up
Ooh,
on Survivor.
absolutely. Like I said,
It wasn't long
Mark
after
Burnett.
this.
That's Yeah, Mark Burnett. It's not. like I said, he is a known quantity. I mean, he's a lot of big name reality television. Oh, look at that. Yeah. So like I said, the names attached to this, not just in ring, were just absolutely ridiculous. When you look back on it, I can't wait for at some point, Dark Side of the Ring or somebody to do that the retrospective on Lucha Underground, and
What is
I can't
this?
wait to hear what. Look at this.
What do you
What
even? It's
weirdness
not a double
went
reverse.
into.
I don't even know
Dude,
what
I
that
have
is.
no idea. It's uncomfortable, Bob. That's what it
That
is.
is definitely.
But and look at the transitions to this. It's not your normal, what we're used to seeing at that point in time. This was this weird hybrid of the indies and lucha, and with Morrison, a lot of brought in a lot of parkour type stuff, and guys were bringing that in. I put Paul London, once he kind of shows up on the scene. Paul London is what I would consider a parkour type guy.
Yeah, oh,
Um,
yeah.
it just so many different elements go into this, and
This
there's
is like
so many people.
this is like
Ah,
also around the beginning of the indie revolution, and I'm wondering how much they played into each other because the indie scene is really going to start getting hot here in a couple of years after this,
yes, absolutely.
and I'm wondering if some of these guys
And
are starting to filter to the indies, and you're starting to see more if that's a part of it because this
well,
style is something that wasn't around. This is when TNA was dying.
exactly.
TNA was
Yep.
garbage at this point, and so and TNA was also a very WWE like product. So we didn't have a lot of,
Yes.
and Ring of Honor was in not in the shits, but Ring of Honor in 2014 was in, let's just say, a down period. Well, I don't know. You had the
They were in a
Bucks,
down period
but
for sure.
yeah, it wasn't '08. It wasn't '06.
No.
Um,
No.
and
I
so
mean,
I wonder how much
look
this
at
played
that.
into that because you're seeing a lot of these
It
guys here.
yeah, this was, and you and I talked about it earlier too, Bob, with the way that they lit this, right? With the ring being lit. Look at when the guys are on the outside. It's not lit up. They're spotlighting these guys.
Yep,
They're literally following them with a spotlight. You know,
that's
it,
it.
it just it's cut and made to look dingy and underground and dirty, and like, what. I wandered into a back alley and some guy said, "Hey man, you want to see some fights?"
Hmm.
It this is, you got to know somebody to knock on a door somewhere that you not necessarily want to go in to find
Right,
it.
right.
That's the feel of it, right?
Yes, yes.
and
I want
and
to see
and,
wrestling,
and
but
I
I need a
watched this.
password.
Right. And I watched this and I felt like I was in on something that I shouldn't necessarily have been in on. Right. It is the feel that I got watching it.
Yeah.
So, you know, like I said, so when I say, kind of that Fight Club feel, I mean, that's what they're going for. And that's exactly what they hit on, man.
Hmm.
I mean, look at these
Wow.
transitions. Oh, my Lord.
But you're right. The editing is here, and it's sharpening up the product. I mean, it's not trying to
Absolutely.
be. It's not trying to hide anything. You know what I mean? It's making
No,
these
not
guys
at
look
all.
good. It's like Paul Heyman used to do with ECW. Make these guys look like stars.
Yes. And that's it. That's a perfect analogy. I was talking earlier about, them kind of taking guys that maybe weren't so good on the mic, or maybe their English wasn't so good, but you don't want to keep them off of television just because they can't talk, because the wrestling is A plus plus, right? I mean, look at Puma here. Heyman always did that with guys, right? You couldn't talk, but you could wrestle. Bill Alfonso, come on down.
Yep.
Ugh, I can't believe I said that. Wash my mouth out. You know, but
Whoa.
he protected guys. He put them in the right spots, and Lucha did a lot of that as well. Lucha Underground, I should say, did a lot of that as well. Um, yeah, just so good. And like I said, the athleticism in these matches, and especially with the matches being so quick, it allowed for these guys to put on these what we would call now spot fests, right? All these matches are spot fests,
Hmm.
and given the right vehicle for them, they work. And Lucha Underground was that vehicle. They work. Sometimes you see these spot fests on an AEW show. While yeah, I pop for them. I particularly like those kind of matches. They don't. It really doesn't fit in the narrative or a storyline or what's going on. Right? It feels kind of awkward in the show.
Right. They're telling you a story here.
Ooh,
They're telling you the story between the matches, and that's what's great. You get the spot fest, it's being set up by these great vignettes that keep you hooked. Like that's how you tell a story. That's how you do the spot. Look, and then he goes backstage. Chavo goes backstage, and he's talking about his family and his generations and defending his family honor and all this shit. And then you go out in the ring and you have a spot fest that's
Ooh,
5 minutes long. I got all the build up from the vignette. Like it's like
you got the
I'm loving how
vignettes,
this is done.
and you as the underground, right? The underground. I'm doing my air quotes here. The underground fight club. You know what? These spots. I mean, the wrestlers do these spots because right, they're so high risk, but they're also high reward. We hit one, the fight is over. This you feel like they're going for the knockout right from the jump.
Yes.
You know, this isn't. We're not going to try to drag. I'm not going to try to slow this match down. I'm not going to try to drag him into deep waters. I'm trying to end this as soon as I can.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they do a great job of making the referee. Well, yeah, he's there. The rules are definitely feel a little more lax, right? We're not our rope breaks aren't as much, or this isn't as much. That the 5 count. Nope, this is a fight. There just happens to be a referee in there just for the 3 count. You know, and look who our referee is. You see who the ref is?
No,
Isn't that
actually,
Manny? I
is
believe
it?
that's Manny.
I gotta wait and see. Hold on. Is it?
I'm pretty sure.
Wow. I was
I'd
about
have
to
to go
ask
back and
you.
look, but I'm
I was about to ask you
maybe
if
I
we
might
got
be
to see his
mistaken, but
co-referees.
oh my lord, look at these guys are just dude, they're acrobats that are just beating the shit out of each other. That's what
Uh
they
huh.
are. They're
And now we've set it up. Starship
uh
Pain. Nope.
but
And then he's already transitioned to the apron. Meteora.
oh oh
Oh,
Puma so close, so close. And listen, what have they done? This whole episode has been built around Puma, right?
right. Yeah.
Right. You started out with Puma. We know what's going to happen. It's all Puma, 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 Puma.
Mm-hmm.
They're positioning him to be the guy. I'm like, oh,
Love that.
Splash did not work out for him. But we've got the vet. Everybody knows Johnny. And
Oh,
oh, so close.
wow. Now this match has been going a while. This main event match has been going a little bit longer than the others, and I'm glad. Like this has been a really well put together match.
Oop.
Oh,
I mean, come on, a standing Spanish fly. Come on.
now we're gonna hit it. There it is.
Oh,
That's it.
and so you built this whole episode on this is going to be our guy, and then what do?
You beat him.
You pin him. You pin him, right? But this isn't the end of the show, everybody. This
Right.
is what's great about this show. This match is done. This is the show's not over because in a TV show, what would happen? Now we're gonna talk. Now we're gonna figure out well what's going through our head. So now this just sets up everything. It's so well done, man.
Mm-hmm.
Look, Johnny's giving props, man. This kid is amazing.
Right. Right. See, Johnny's giving credibility right here.
Yes.
At this point, where's John Morrison been? This is 2014. I know he
Where
had
was
left WWE
John?
before that.
Again, oh, absolutely. And at this point, I mean, God, the last thing I saw him in was something the Bounty Hunter, where it was his own self-produced movie, which was hilarious. And if nobody's ever seen it, go watch it because it is fantastic. Um, but yeah, here we've got Dario coming out. This match was for the $100,000, right?
Right? Oh,
We
here he
know who
comes.
won it. Yeah.
So it looks like he's mostly been doing nothing.
Well, he's been going to the gym, that's for sure.
That yeah, no bullshit. There's your hundred
There
grand.
we go,
I feel like
Johnny.
feels like
100 grand.
A Bobby Heenan 100 grand is what it
Oh,
feels like.
oh. Nope. Up, up, up. Give me my money.
Oh, and who are these guys?
Oh. So now we got Johnny and Puma being jumped. So this large individual here may be familiar to
He
you
looks
if
familiar.
you were he is a large man. So these guys coming in, they're introduced. So this is Ezekiel Jackson, known in Lucha Underground as Big Rick. So Big Rick is kind of Dario's heavy, right?
Hmm.
And then he's got these guys. These are I'm trying to remember. The guy with the headband is Cisco, and the other gentleman is one Ricky Reyes.
Cortez.
Um,
Cortez
no, no,
Castro.
no. Well, Cortez Castro is what he goes by in here,
Right.
but
That's what. Yeah,
Ring
yeah,
of
yeah.
Honor fans would know him as Ricky Reyes.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So this is basically the whole $100,000 was a setup. Dario had his guy already set up.
Oh, God, his Big Rick is just that big. Morrison is out. Dario telling you a little bit about his guys. I'm keeping my money. Anybody else thinks they're bad, come on down.
That big smile. They work for me. It is. It's like a TV show now. The credits are rolling.
Right? Credits roll. And the thing is, you'll see here, you can't turn it off because, they kind of started with this. This was right around the cinematic, the Marvel universe kind of starting. You'd have your credits, but you got to stick around,
Right? Ah.
So on this one, I don't know if the first episode had it, but there were definitely, episodes that are to come that, everything would run and then, oh, wait, we got a little 30-second. Oh, this guy was doing this behind it. Oh,
Ah,
so now
okay.
we rolled.
We're
Yeah,
into
so
episode
now
two now. Just
episode two. So
just
we're
so I
getting our
can
recap.
let me just catch everybody up here. Just make sure we're on the same time.
Yeah.
Anybody who stopped, we're at 19 seconds, 20, 21, 22. Go ahead, set it up, John.
So now we're rolling right into episode two. So we've got our recap. We're seeing Chavo. We're seeing, everybody that was in last week. Uh, there's Sexy Star. Kind of reminding you what happened with Havoc. There he is pulling the tights. So we get right to it. We get Dario. We get a recap of our talking about Prince Puma. I've got we got our man telling us I got you, guy. But I don't know that Puma did what Conan was wanting. I don't know that he expected him to lose. I mean, he was built up to be the guy. Definitely swerved me at the end. We got the $100,000. Johnny Morrison, Johnny Mundo. No, nope, not for you. Here's my guys. They're just here to kick your ass. Big Rick, nasty, nasty choke slam, and sets up for next week. All right, everybody, let's enjoy episode two. Got our vignette, our cuts.
At this point, you said something about, or last time you said something about last episode about introducing these
Yeah.
guys. I think we're going to introduce them here, aren't we? If I remember correctly from watching this, that like last week we didn't know who these guys were, and now we're about to find out. Is that right?
Yes. Next week, yep, we're gonna hear a little bit about who's who. So we get our city of LA, right?
Oh,
Yeah, all the fun stuff. We zoom in a little bit on some Boyle Heights. Oh, we get a little bit to the end, to the temple, and here we are.
right where we left off.
with some bad looking dudes. Cortez telling everybody to shut up.
Ezekiel Jackson's smoking. Oh,
Doing
sorry, Big Rick. Big Rick's just smoking a blunt or something.
Yeah, he's got his big stogie, man. He's just smoking his cigar.
I love it. Why? He already looks 10 times more menacing and relevant than he did in WWE. Just by standing,
For
just
the whole run.
right.
For
I
the
don't.
whole run. For a guy that large that WWE couldn't get over, man. I don't
Mhm.
know. Right? And this was around a time when LAX was running wild. So these guys kind of, hit me as the LAX wannabes.
See, and that's what it's funny because it's funny you say that because when they ran in the ring this time period, I started to wonder if that was
Hmm.
LAX running into the ring because they either are an Impact by now or they're about to be an Impact. The new
Let's
LAX,
see,
Santana and
2014.
Ortiz.
I'm pretty sure that. We got Mundo out.
Yep.
Took a little bit of offense to the guys from last week. Big Rick steps out. He's going to let his boys handle it.
Right.
Not doing a good job so far.
But yeah, no, no. These guys are they're henchmen. They're no.
So this will become a running theme, right? Things will be going on in the ring, and then we're going to get what you're getting ready to see,
2017 they
right?
returned to Impact, right? So they're going to be an
All
Impact.
right. So
Santana and Ortiz are going to be an Impact in another couple of months or a couple of years. This is
so,
during
so
this
at this
run.
point, LA. So no, no, no. So at this point, LAX would have still been up. Prince Puma in to back up Johnny. So LAX would have been what? Homicide and
Oh yeah,
Hernandez at this
yes,
point, right?
yeah, yeah. You're right. That's right. The TNA run,
Yeah. So
isn't it?
this was before Ortiz and Santana.
That's
So this was
right.
before, yeah. So this was you still had LAX, but it was the original guys,
Right. Jeez, you're right.
and that would have been TNA, right?
Yep, 100%.
That would have been Homicide and Hernandez, yeah. So this is you get a running theme with this is Cueto has an office in the temple, right? So he's not always involved, but he'll come out when shit's going down. I mean, Big Rick's just going to sit up there and smoke.
I love that.
Dario comes out and says, "Hey, we're not doing this for free. Bring out a ref." So now we got an impromptu tag team match. We got Cisco and Cortez, and we got Prince Puma and Johnny. Nice. Big Rick sitting up in the audience smoking his cigar.
Yeah.
Whoo! Look at the snap on that.
Yeah, but this is like when you had beef with JBL, but you had to go through the Bashams. Like this is just like
Exactly. Absolutely. You don't get, dude. It's a video game. You don't get to the big boss. You got to beat the stage bosses before you get to the big boss. You don't get final boss right off the bat.
Oh my God. Yeah, this
All
is
right, here comes Johnny. Johnny and Puma. Ooh.
no double Enzuigiri.
So at one point during this match, Stryker says something is to me it stands out. It's just absolutely hilarious. It's a few more moments into the match here. It'll be the first time Cisco gets in, right?
Uh-huh.
So Stryker's doing a good job of setting up, who these two guys are. They're just kind of two kind of heavies. They're in there. They're hired muscle. He says, it comes out right about now that you know Cortez is more the luchador, but he says, well, Vampiro asks, well, what would you say, Cisco? What would you say his style is? And Stryker says, well, I asked him, and he told me it was prison shower style. That's his style of wrestling, is prison shower style. So that's the kind of stuff that just went down, man. I mean, even in the commentary was just so off the cuff and just out there. It was just so much fun, just freestyling, freewheeling, right, and just great.
I wouldn't expect Matt Stryker to be capable of this, to be honest with you, not knowing what I mean, like it. Vampiro, I'm in. I get it. Vampiro should. I just would not have picked Matt Stryker for this, but he's doing a great job.
Dude, he is he this is the best. I personally enjoy Matt Stryker. I like Matt Stryker. This, as far as his commentary, is the best that I've ever heard him anywhere.
Right.
He was, I think, allowed to be to improvise a little more, and be that kind of goofy guy that he is.
Hmm.
A little bit more of the television personality that Stryker is than the wrestling personality, if that makes sense.
Right.
Um, he this was just a great vehicle for him, man.
Yeah.
And,
No.
and yeah, Vampiro for me was the kind of unknown in this. At least Stryker, I had some idea of what I was going to get. I wasn't 100% sure of what I was going to get at Vampiro, and I'm telling you, man, is kind of the play-by-play guy. Man, he Vampiro has got such wrestling knowledge; it's ridiculous, and
Right.
that's not something that I realized before this.
Right.
Obviously, I didn't have a lot of exposure to Vampiro. Um, that late WCW run really was the only thing and I loved that run. I
Oh my
fell in love with
God. Yeah, I
Vampiro
don't care
there.
what anybody says.
So
Thing
just
getting thrown off the top of the thing, like that was great stuff, man. That
yes,
that match on the top of the Titantron or the Jumbotron or whatever, like just those guys were
yes,
brutal. I don't care if it was in the wrong place at the wrong time. But
you know,
Vampiro is
and so
yeah.
yeah, he's a legend for a reason, and his name is around. And if you don't know him, Google him and look up some old matches because the guy is phenomenal.
Hmm.
And there's just Big Rick up there, just
I
puffing
love it.
away, man. Just watching his boys be thugs in the ring, man. It's like you got these two wrestlers and two thugs. What are we gonna get?
Yeah. Oh,
Puma hyping up the crowd.
you got to imagine this is
These
the
two
same
guys
same
working.
crowd.
Oh yeah. I mean, and man, Morrison's just so fluid, dude.
Oh my
Just
God. His style too. Like I would have expected more of those guys with that kind of parkoury style, and there's just not many at all. He is the
no,
guy.
no. Yeah, and like you said, it's a parkour, if you want to call it a discipline, like a martial arts kind of discipline, like kung fu or aikido or jujitsu or whatever. Like you said, it lends itself so much to professional wrestling that you would have expected to see more of it around, and like you said, you just don't,
Right.
which is crazy to me
Oh, I love
because
that
even
back
though you got a lot of,
handspring.
oh my god,
That was like some Sidney Akeem shit we saw the other
dude,
when we were at MCW.
it's so good, so good.
These guys,
Oh, I mean, look at the snap. Oh my lord.
it's interesting. I more. Oh, look at him go over the. Wow.
Oh man, all the way out. So he's down for a little bit. Uh-oh. Look for the double team on Puma.
I'd love to see
Ooh,
Morrison and
there it
Ricochet
is.
as a tag team in AEW now.
Oh,
These guys are fantastic
Cisco thought
together.
he had the three there.
Morrison just in prime condition, man. He's just that. This is like you said. This is
Absolutely. Oof.
yeah, yeah. No, we believe you, Cisco. You're gonna put this away.
Come on, Johnny. There you go. Johnny's back up. Oh,
Up.
Puma works out of it. Goes for the pin. Oh, oh,
Oh.
so close. I thought he had it there. Oh, Puma. Oh, got the blind tag from Johnny.
Uh-huh. Oh, I like that.
Oh, nice cutter. And ooh.
I don't even know what you call that. No, still
Ah, I
two.
can't believe he kicked out. Oh my lord. I mean, these guys are tough, man. Cortez and Cisco.
Up. He's gonna fly. We know this. Oh my
Oh,
God.
Makes my knees hurt.
Now we're gonna hit it. That's right. Seriously.
Oh, up, feet on the rope, feet up. Ref caught it. Ref caught it. Johnny kicked out.
Cheaters.
Hey, man, we're here to fight. These guys are not here to win wrestling matches. They're here to
Yeah.
fight, man.
Up and over. Oh, Ribbon Sabermon.
Oh,
That's great stuff.
that was sick.
Uh-oh.
God,
We're
it's like
both
there's
going
got.
up.
Uh-oh.
What are we doing
Oh,
here?
this is not good for the team of Cisco and Cortez here. These are not two guys you want in the air on you.
They're both on the top rope. Oh, double
Oh,
450.
double 450.
That's got to be the end of that.
Oh, that's it. Three count. Double three.
Outstanding. Johnny Mundo.
Crowd's into it. I love it. All right.
Yep. And
Oh,
there he is.
Big Rick is not a happy
Wallace is not
man.
happy.
Oh, he just turned around and walked away. Ooh. I
That's
love this feel too of going walking down the stage. Now granted it's
yes.
an arena. I get it. All we see Jey Uso come in and go
It's not.
down. We
It's not
see
the same.
Roman come in and go. But this feels like you're walking into a pit, right?
Yes, that's exactly right. This
It
is a
just feels
pit.
like you're walking into a pit. It's just again, it's a pit fight. It's a fight. It's a just an underground beat 'em up.
Wow,
I
man.
love it. Love it.
Woo-wee.
All right, we got another vignette. What do we got
Trying to
here?
pull up here.
We we got our boy Conan just talking to old Puma.
That's right. Giving him tips or something here, right?
Yeah, he's a little bit upset with him. He said, "Hey, man, I'm telling you, man, you're not here to, Johnny Mundo's here for himself. He's not here to be your buddy."
Right. Right. See, and look, his fight ain't your fight. Like this is the stuff that Conan, man. This is where Conan really shines.
Right. But again, this is you and I were talking about. How do you protect a young Ricochet at this point? Because again, that's always been the scuttlebutt, right? Is that he's not a strong on mic guy, especially back in the day. So how do you protect a guy like that, but you still get him on TV? You got to give him somebody to talk to, right? Or talk for him. And who better than Conan, man? With the right story, Conan is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Got Stryker looking like the straight man, Vampiro looking like the unhinged monster that he always was.
Yeah. And then we're gonna get to see someone else we've seen in TNA here in a minute, I think.
I believe so.
Or maybe at the end.
We got another little vignette here. What do we got going on? What do we got
Oh,
going here?
yes.
Who are we introducing? Who is this, Bob? It's kind of ominous.
John likes Lucha Underground, see.
I mean, it's okay. It's all right.
I love seeing you this excited about shit. It's awesome. It's so good.
Hey,
I don't
listen,
usually
it's
I'm
either
that guy. Like it's fun to
it,
watch from the other side.
it's this and death matches now. See what you've turned me into?
Oh, see. Did you check
There
out
he
Randy
is.
Mil
Mil
Muertes,
Muertes.
the former
Oh, Judas
uh
Messiah
that's right
at
from
one point.
TNA.
TNA. Yeah, that's a guy that, why he never got over bigger than he did, because that guy was always a freaking monster. No matter what gimmick he was in, he was a freaking monster.
Mm-hmm.
Under this mask, this Mil Muertes gimmick it is so good, dude. It is
Yeah,
so
that's what I was gonna say. He's
intimidating.
one of the few guys. Eric Bischoff was always talking about how the guys with the masks on can't get over in America,
Hmm.
and to me,
Hmm.
the Macias Mil Muertes is one of the few examples where he's better with the mask. Like I didn't get Judas Macias and TNA as much as I get as much as I get Mil Muertes. And oh, by the way,
All right,
as we're
everybody.
looking in the
So
ring, we see Ivelisse. I am an Ivelisse
Ivelisse.
mark from way
Oh,
back.
you and I, since I've my first episode on here, we were talking about our love of
That's
Ivelisse.
right. Yes.
One of the original kind of that in between, when you always kind of look at the before and the after the four horsewomen, right?
Right.
Kind of, as where women's wrestling was. But the four horsewomen were not the end all be all kind of changeover of this new style, this new level that the women hit. Ivelisse is on that front. Sexy
Yep.
Star was on that front, um, of just these women that just you went from these matches of the times, right? Women of the times, the bras and panty matches, the Jerry Lawler screaming puppies. That's what they wanted them for. That's what they did. There were absolutely women at that point that could go. Lita always
Yeah.
could go. Lita could have been in this generation all day, every day. Trish turned into a girl or a woman that could have been in this generation all day, every day.
Right.
Um, these ladies were in there. It's just when you think about it, because WWE writes the narrative, right?
Right.
So goes WWE, so goes the world. That's all everybody thinks of is Mercedes Moné, Charlotte
Right.
Flair, Becky. And they absolutely had their place, right? Absolutely. But there were so many ladies out there that turned it into absolutely women's wrestling. And these are two of them in the ring right now, specifically for us and our love of it, Ivelisse,
Yeah.
because it's somebody that, man, woman, hell, a child in the audience, she's going to punch him in the mouth.
Right. And this is the time.
Just,
This is the time too where Shimmer is putting on matches like this. Shimmer's really is
yes,
the only place is
absolutely.
one of the only places at this point you're finding matches like this in 2014. Um,
Yep.
and
Yes, unless you're going over to Japan,
right,
outside of
right.
Japan, this is the only
Yeah, they've been doing
place.
matches like this in Japan for 40 years, but
They've been doing.
with
It's
women.
been since the '80s over there, but
Yeah. We're gonna watch some old TJW,
only
man.
took.
I mean, some not TJW, some AJW, AJ All Japan Women's from the 80s and
Dude,
90s. We're gonna watch some of
you
those.
you know I'm down. I mean, hello, I've already. Look
Look
at
at
that. Look
Cross.
at that.
Wow.
Oh, oh, there you go, Chavo. You're grabbing him by the beard. Remember, Chavo got chewed out last week, so Chavo's pissed.
Right, 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 right.
Chavo is not screwing around this week. And I mean, look at the shape Chavo's in at this point. I mean, Chavo got back into shape for this. At this point, Eddie had passed. I think this was not too long after Eddie passed. When?
Oh
Do you
five.
remember that off the top of your head? Chavo kind of had been out of it for a while. You would see Chavo kind of pop in and out, sometimes not in the best shape. Um, Man, Chavo got back into ring shape for this Lucha Underground. I think he really took it as a point of pride. I've seen some interviews he's done where he talked about how good this was for him, and how much he thought of this promotion and what it was doing for Lucha. And you could see how seriously he took it. It's just awesome.
This thing here. Look at
Here's
my
Evil
notes.
East looking like $1 million. Oof. That's it. Chavo just mushing her right in the face. Ooh.
Ivelisse is I can't say enough about Ivelisse. I'm such a fan of Ivelisse. I I've seen Ivelisse a few times.
Uh
She's just a
huh.
pro,
She
man.
she is one bad Puerto Rican lady. Let me tell you.
Yeah, man. I just absolutely love everything about it. She got
Oof.
attitude.
Yep. She's great on the mic. She's great in the
Yes.
ring. I
Yeah,
mean,
Ivelisse has no problem telling you what she's gonna do to you.
oof. Nope. And then doing it.
Right.
All right. Oh, okay. Remember last week, we had Matt Cross, son of Havoc. Had to pull the tights to get one over on Sexy Star. So,
Mm-hmm.
ooh, a
Ooh, I
little
like that.
Matrix move. Ooh, and again, I mean, just look how put together her and Evilise.
Yeah.
Just they look like they are in shape and big enough to be in there, right? And that's the great thing about the lucha stuff is the guys aren't these, they're not all Big Rick, right?
Right.
They're not the Big Rick is your typical WWE guy at the time anyway. And these they just I don't know, man. It's so believable everything they do in the ring.
Hmm.
Uh And what's great is you don't, especially the intergender, all the intergender stuff you've turned me on to. You can definitely tell the respect that they've had in there for each
Uh-huh.
other. They
Yes.
all make each other look great. Back when you and I were coming up, if you did see any sort of intergender interactions, the women were not put over, right? They
Mm-mm.
were made to look small. They were made to look weak, like, oh, 30 chops and it did nothing, or here was kind of the first that I remember seeing. This was really my first introduction to the intergender,
Right.
especially where you, it wasn't a preconceived notion that the guy was going to win, right?
Right.
It was two absolute stud wrestlers, one male, one female, and you know what? Like right there, one's relying on power, one's relying on speed and outthinking you. And given the right circumstances, it's anybody's game.
Right. Yeah,
And
stupid.
and just the respect that they had and the willingness to sell for each other.
Yep.
This was kind of the first that I saw that, and it really kind of blew my mind at the time.
You're hitting on something that I hadn't even thought of. It's a huge deal. The willingness to sell for each other.
Yes.
The longer, the more time I spend talking to people in the wrestling business,
Oof.
the more I realize what a big deal what you just said is. Like, there's so many people who would absolutely not sell for these women. Absolutely. I mean, it's
Yep.
crazy the reasons that they would give you to.
Hmm. Yeah, and Lucha, like I said, for me was really the first. I mean, I've seen some here and there, but really the first I saw it on a regular basis, a regular part of the promotion, I should say. That these weren't male wrestlers, female wrestlers, they were wrestlers.
Yep.
They were, all fighters going after the same things. And it's presented in such a way that I just never saw that before. I mean, oh, look right there, what we're
Yep.
talking about.
And down he
Sexy Star
goes.
hits it. She rolls him up. That's it.
Right. And here's the other thing too, right? If this is way more believable to me than Rey Mysterio beating the Great Khali,
Oh,
and they're
absolutely.
both men, right? So that's kind of the point of this. It always has been the point to me. Like, I'd rather watch this than I'd rather watch Rey Mysterio against Big Show. It makes more sense to me.
Getcha. Yep. Yep. All right. So we got Chavo back in the winning ways. We got Sexy
Sexy
Star
Star got
kind
her
of
little
getting
come
her
up. Yep.
little revenge on Son of Havoc. We got our introduction to Ivelisse.
Yeah. Always good to see Ivelisse.
I mean, yeah, what a shame it is. I mean, you look at Sexy Star and what an absolute shame that it turned out for her the way it did. I mean, the choices she made her choices, right? So,
Yep.
I'm not taking anything away from that. But tell me that's not an absolute star
Yeah, no, right.
over the last 10
We're not
years.
lamenting over her, or we're not feeling sorry for her. We're feeling sorry for us.
Yes. What we could have
Right.
could
We
have
missed
had.
out because of that shit.
All right, so we're getting another introduction here. We got Blue Demon Jr. won his match last week.
Mm-hmm. Made Chavo tap, Chavito.
We got somebody kind of lurking in the background, lurking in the dark. Ooh, creepy.
God. Yeah, see, you don't know what you're in for, bro.
All right, and who is this, Bob?
Katrina.
That's right. Another face that we would know. Oh, that's very unhygienic. Gave him the little lick of death there. Coming as an emissary of one Mil Muertes.
Right.
She's letting Blue Demon know that he's coming for him.
Dude, you said that. I'm not gonna bullshit you. I had to look just now, man. That's Maxine.
Yes. That's
No
what
shit.
okay. I thought you caught that. Okay.
I
Yes,
didn't.
that's Maxine.
I did not catch that. I loved Maxine. I'm like
Yes.
one of the few people that
Maxine
absolutely
was
loved
great.
Maxine.
Oh, I loved her back in the day. So
Wasn't
yeah,
that
it
like
was great to
EC3
see
era,
her.
like EC3 era
That was
NXT?
EC3. Yep.
God,
Yep.
I liked I see I
That was
enjoyed that shit.
what was it? That was Bateman. What was it? Something Bateman,
Yes,
right?
yes, 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 right.
Yep, he had the weird curly hair. Yeah. That's the pre EC3.
That's right. The pre EC3. Now we're back to Conan.
Yeah, he's talking about where and how he found Puma. Get a little training vignette. He found Puma basically in a back alley in the worst barrio that he's ever seen. He thought about jumping in and giving him a hand, but the kid didn't need it.
This is not
He
me
was a
being
bad mother. Shut your mouth.
ah, this is not me being snarky. This is me differentiating. But
Hmm.
but we're here and Conan's talking about again for the second week in a row, hyping up the guy who lost last week.
That's it.
Like this is not wrestling that I'm used to watching. Like they're hyping up this guy who's 0
Right?
and 1.
They are actively building their hero.
Right. It's crazy. Like,
Right? I mean, look at that. But look at these vignettes too. How good does he look?
yeah, he looks
How
great.
cool does that look? For a guy that you and I know is kind of slight, right? He's definitely on the smaller side,
Mm-hmm.
but the typical size now. But at the
Right.
time, what are a smaller, what we call it a cruiserweight, right? The
Yeah.
Jericho-esque kind of guy. But they make him look like $1 million frickin' bucks. I love all the cutting away. It's this Los Angeles. It's gritty. It's downtown. It's Boyle Heights. I mean, it's
Oh,
Blue Demon in the ring.
Mil Muertes.
And we're getting ready to get introduced to Mill
And let me tell you
and Mil
something.
Muertes. Yeah,
I
oof.
was gonna say when I watched Lucha Underground season one back in probably 2017 or 18, Mil Muertes is the character I remember the most. He's the character that I
Hmm.
gravitated towards. He's the one that I wanted to see every single week.
I mean, he's presented as a friggin' monster. Katrina is. You can't take your eyes off of her. Well, one, she's absolutely beautiful. Two, she is absolutely menacing and creepy. And you go, okay, well, she's following this guy around,
Mm-hmm.
and he's got he's the big bad, right? Mil Muertes, for especially this first season, is the big bad. Um, but man, you keep watching and things change up.
And
We're not
again,
going to spoil anything for you, but things change up.
ain't spoiling nothing for me. I ain't spoiling for me too. I ain't seen this shit. But so, but
Yeah.
but another example of what you were talking about before, they put him with
Hmm.
a mouthpiece who is a natural born heel. Like
Yes, she. Oh, absolutely, she is.
he doesn't need to talk ever. That man walks in, a luchador looks in, that walks in that jacked. He's gonna stand out to you. These luchadors do not look like this guy.
No.
And now you put Maxine Katrina with him, and she's talking a whole lot of shit on his behalf. And he's just standing there like the luchador Brock Lesnar, like ready to just, okay, when she says go, I'm going to maul something. Like that's, and Blue Demon Jr. is not a small
I mean,
luchador himself.
no. Oh, oh. He's just. I mean, like you said, the bell didn't even ring before he was on Blue Demon.
Right. He's like a rabid
And
dog.
and Blue Demon is the guy that was your opening hero
Right.
last week.
Made Chavo Guerrero
That was
tap
your.
out.
Oh.
Yeah, these knife edges are loud. I
Just
took one of my earphones out so
oh,
I could hear the.
oh, just oh. Everything Mil Muertes does looks like it hurts. And it probably does hurt for real. I mean, he just look at that guy.
Look at those tree trunks for legs. It's crazy that
Oh
like
my
this guy is just
Lord.
just he's just a wall of muscle from top to bottom.
Oh,
I don't care for these tights though, man. This checkerboard shit, he needs something more menacing than these tights.
okay.
But
Blue Demon with a nice arm drag. Nice drop kick. Yeah, it's so funny. I kind of forgotten about Mill. This first episode. It's been so long since I've seen his first episode, and thankfully, I'll give you guys a treat. The trunks get better, guys.
woohoo!
Those are bad. Those are really.
And then with the black mask, like what do we do? Like
Yeah.
who's
So,
snafu'd in
oh,
wardrobe?
somebody did, but yeah, those are. Oh, but see, and that's
Nah,
it.
she's great.
Katrina's not. She is not unafraid to get her hands dirty.
Right, exactly.
Just oh,
Man,
and
these are
like you
this
said, I mean,
this is a luchador hoss match.
uh, yes, it is, and you don't see that often, right?
All right, that's what I mean. This is as hoss as a luchadors get, and it's really cool.
They almost remind you of like back in the day, right? Like you would see the guys in the mask, but they'd be like the Executioner 7, 8,
Yeah,
and
right.
9. You know what I mean? Just Black Mask 1, Black Mask
Right.
2. Where it was just Dory Funk in a mask because they need even though Dory wrestled earlier in the night, they needed another match out of him, and we need another guy. Throw a mask on Dory. I mean, you know, the Masked Killer 3. It just that's all we had back in the day.
Yeah.
So
Another great example of that,
just
John
absolutely
D.
love it,
Hillbilly.
man.
Wait, no,
Oh,
sorry.
don't get me. Yeah, don't get me going on John D.
John D. Hillbilly number one, Hillbilly number two. Yeah, he needs more hillbillies
I'll
with
tell
him.
you what.
That would be one
That
hell of a deal if he
that
got the little
that's
hillbillies.
the faction. There you
Like
go.
Lawler and his doink or Lawler and his King Small Cord or whatever it was. Doink and Dink and
Oof, Blue Demon. Oh, dude, the sound of those chops, dude. Oh, Mill's not gonna take these forever. Yep. Ooh, what a right hand. Woo. Ooh.
like that spear. I never understood that running to the other side of the ring and doing the baseball slide on the knee. Like that would scuff my knee up, and like I could just hit the turnbuckle instead. It doesn't seem to me to be a viable alternative. Oh, I
Ooh.
love that STO or whatever.
And that's it. So our guy we hyped last week, our big first match ever, our big winner, this
Done.
legend. What? Done. Blue Demon. Mills in town. And look, I'm just gonna stand over him, just and beat him down. Just
Are we at least going to get some Mill and Big Rick stuff going on here in a minute? Because that's what I'm like.
there's Chavo.
Chavo making the save, saving his buddy Blue Demon. What is that?
I don't know. Mills got this. Bink. There's the Chavo we know.
Oh, why, Chavo? Why? Well, we know why, right? Dario made it happen last
Right?
week.
That's right. He got into his head, man. This guy made you. He punked you. He punked you, right? You tapped. a Guerrero tapped. I mean, God, just to get in on his ego like that. Look, oh, he's lost it, man.
Man,
It is
taking
beating
out
down the
the
legend, man.
we're
Just
getting the
beating him
hard
down.
side. This is not Kerwin White, ladies and gentlemen.
Whew. Kerwin White, it is not. Not a polo in sight, my friend.
Yeah, exactly.
Up, nope. Come on, nobody from the back. Get out of here.
And we don't even know who these guys are yet. We haven't been introduced to them yet. Don't let us see their faces.
Nope. No, and I don't have any clue who that is either. Watch it
Oh,
be like
who's
it's
this?
Street Profits or something. Up,
Star.
Sexy Star. She's like, hey, man,
Chavo!
we just had this
Chavo,
great
what are you?
match.
Chavo, what are you doing? We're friends. Chavo, you're a good guy. Chavo, please. You're a baby face. Nope.
Get out of here before I smack you too. Bink.
Ah!
Oh,
Didn't
just
just hit
laser
her.
out.
Didn't just hit her. He hits her with the steel
Dude.
chair. Chavo wasn't a heel before. He's a heel now.
All right, Dario, is this what you wanted? And I mean, and Chavo looks menacing, right? Look at that.
Yeah.
That's it. Look, they're already coming out. No, this is, we know somebody needs a stretcher. God,
Yeah.
Chavo looks like $1 million
He
there.
does, man. He looks mean.
Look, exactly. Just looks like it got it snapped. Like,
We never
okay,
really
you
got
know
to
what?
see much of that either. Like the
No.
Chavo as a heel in WWE was usually teamed up with Eddie, and they were being lie, cheat, and steal.
Right.
The Chavo as
Instead
a
of
heel in
just
WCW
the
was riding around on a horsey. So we never got to
right,
see this gritty Chavo
just
ever.
just nasty. Look at him. And he's just laughing. I mean, look at these people are pissed.
He looks
These
half
people are on
insane.
his ass. This was such a good thing. I mean, it was so cool to see Chavo with this gimmick, man.
We're gonna
I
get a
mean,
lot of
you
it.
know, he's
Are we
sent
gonna
it
get enough of this coming up? I mean, is this gonna?
not as much as I would have liked. I'll be honest
All
with you.
right.
You know, I think, Chavo kind of had some other things and went and did, but I mean, just look at that. This reminds me so much of that first really nasty heel turn that Eddie took, right?
Right.
Just when you were like, holy shit, Eddie can be freaking nasty.
Uh-huh.
That's what you kind of get. I mean, look at this. I mean, look
Beat
at him
him on
going
the
after
stretcher.
Demon.
They got his
Just
head. They got his head stabilized with the. And
his
he's still
arms
beating him
are
up.
strapped, and he's kicking chairs. He's just
He's unhinged.
well, and he's got nobody but Dario to thank for that. Dario's like, you want to be a nice guy? Look what it got you.
Wow. And
That's
now
not what I
we'll.
brought you in here to do. You're
He takes.
welcome.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You're welcome.
Look, blower kid. Look at that, blowing your kisses. I mean, look at that chair. That took somebody's noggin. I think it took hers.
Yeah, it did. And there goes the
Now we're gonna cut to the ambulance. Bye,
like a like
or
a like
bye,
a
Blue Demon.
like a Batman movie or something. You know what I mean? Like
Then we got our credits rolling.
that's right.
Chavo just holding court.
Now you got me
Oh,
wondering what's gonna happen at the end
so
here.
good,
Did I not watch the last?
so good.
Oh, L.A. I
Yeah, I
think we
don't
might
know
be
if we
done on
get.
this one. I
I
think
don't
we're.
know. That one. I think we're done.
Yeah.
Maybe some of those little extras started coming in later. Yeah, that was it.
All right. Well, those are our
All
first
right,
two
Bob.
episodes.
Woo!
I, I'm here for this, John. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Listen, if you don't love Lucha Underground, then I don't know what's wrong with you. You're just
Seriously.
not weird like I am. I don't know. So dude, it is a weird love. I get it, and I think it was just one of these shows that it's kind of out there. I know for me, dude, I got it. I got it on all the levels. I don't always get it, look how long it took me to get the death match stuff, man. But I get it now.
Right.
Lucha for me, Lucha Underground is just it really kind of it got me back into wrestling, man. It really did. Um,
That's awesome.
like I said, this was at a time where I missed a big chunk, man. I really did. I got out, dude. Really, I got out right as Cena was making his debut.
Hmm.
Right, Cena's there, and he's in Angle's face for ruthless aggression. That's kind of where I missed that whole Cena run. I missed all the Punk stuff. I was out, man. I was doing the dad thing, the kid thing, two jobs, and trying to make it and do the life. This kind of came back in, man. And when
Right.
this came back in, this was, oh man, I really missed this. I wonder what's going on over here. And then I'm back in on
Yeah.
WWE, and then and then I got back out again for a little bit, right? Because you and I know it's cyclical, man. And then I run into my buddy, and he says, "Hey, man, I want to do a podcast. You interested?" On it, we're talking about the indie stuff. Like, yeah, sure, man, I could talk about it. And dude, that's all I want to do now. So, Lucha Underground, thank you for giving me my love back, man. And I'll always love Lucha Underground for that.
That's awesome. I'm gonna end this by say something about British. I should probably do this on the other pod, but I thought it fucking cracked me up when I was at your house and you asked British Greg about coming on the show. Finally, we've been hyping him up for weeks, trying to get British Greg on the show, and his response was, "Oh no, then I'd have to actually watch all that wrestling." Oh,
Oh,
oh, so what you're saying is we're insane? Is that what you're saying, Greg? Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, we know.
that's all right. That's all right. We know there's something wrong with us. There always has been, but we love it.
Yeah, no, literally nobody else I could have asked to do this that's a sucker for punishment, as John is. But this is not punishment. This is
No.
John's passion project, but it's also very
Oof.
relaxing. We don't have to prep any notes. There's no news. We're just watching. I'm just learning Lucha
Dude,
Underground, and John's teaching me, and you
dude,
guys are along with us for
we're
the
we're
ride. I
get
love it.
we're getting to be fans with you guys, man, and we're hoping that you guys will find something neat and quirky and something to fall in love with. And if it's not for you, I guarantee some of these wrestlers are. And if it is for you, you're gonna absolutely love it. And I really hope you guys will stick with us through some of this lucha stuff because Lucha Underground is amazing.
Yep,
Um,
absolutely.
yeah, and who knows what this fueled for me? Who knows what's going to fuel for you guys, man? So let's enjoy it together.
That's all this is too. It's like this, and I don't want to go too long here. This is for the other pod, but I mean, it's like this series of interconnected dots, right? Like now we've just made our
Hmm.
way over to Lucha Underground. We're gonna do Lucha Underground for a while, and you guys are gonna join us. And then John's gonna,
Yep.
on the main pod next week. John maybe talking about some death matches and his new love for Randy
Uh,
West and Schwartzy, or who knows? But
my
it's just
my my new
not linear.
my new my newfound love for Mickey Knuckles. Let's go.
Dude, if you don't love Mickey Knuckles, there's something wrong with you. The problem is you.
There is something wrong with you. It is you. If you don't love Mickey Knuckles, you have a
That's right.
problem.
You're the problem. And on that note, everybody, thank you for joining us on this first episode of the Underground Lucha Experience. I am so looking forward to where this journey takes us. Next up, John, I guess episode 3 next time.
Let's do it, brother. Hopefully, you guys will come along with us for this journey. We're on it.
Sounds good, guys. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.
All right, guys. See ya.